We are coming to you live from the European Handball House in the heart of Vienna. Welcome to a draw event of the EHF Youth Club Trophy, which will take place on the same weekend as the TruckScout24 EHF Final 4 2025 in Cologne. 16 teams have competed in 4 tournaments in Barcelona, Berlin, Bucharest and Veszprém. And to draw the semi-finals, it is my great pleasure to welcome the president of the European Handball Federation. Say hello to Michael Wiederer.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Wiederer. It's a brand new competition that we're getting to see. How did this new experience, how did this new tournament develop? Where does it come from?
So first of all, the European Handball Federation is very much interested in the development of young players. And we are definitely of the opinion that we shall support the clubs to do so. So in a first step, we invited the 16 Champions League clubs to take part in this competition. And in order to create an efficient format, we started with 4 tournaments. And now we are going to the final tournament. And we do hope that this is really an experience for the new players.
Well, it seemed to be very, very exciting, especially for all these players being under 18 years. What about yourself? What was your experience of these 4 tournaments?
It's a completely new creation on our level, so we will have to analyze the situation carefully. For example, what concerns the exact starting point of the age, 1st of July of the year or 1st of January of the year. But what I've seen, and I've been present at one of the tournaments, it's high-level matches. It's really a top-level competition, and we can understand that we will see many of those players later on in the Champions League.
And of course, that's the goal for everyone. That's why it's so nice to have it on the same weekend in the same city. What would be your advice to one of those young players?
Simply enjoy.
Simply enjoy. And of course, that is what we're hoping for now as well. It is time to start the draw. So please, Mr. President, get to close to the 4 balls that we have in the pot. We are ready for this draw, and it has a very simple way. It's the first team that is drawn that is going to be the home side for the first semi-final. The second team that we're going to draw is going to be the home side for the second semi-final. The third team will join team number 1 in semi-final number 1, and the fourth team will join team number 2 in the second semi-final. It's all easy, we're all set to go, and we're ready for team number 1.
Starting with Eurofarm Pellister.
Pellister have won the tournament played in Bucharest, beating KSS Iskra Kielce in the semi-finals and the hosts Dinamo Bucharest in the final. So now it's time to find out the home side for semi-final number 2.
Barca.
And Barca won the tournament played at home, beating HBC Nantes in the semi-final and Paris Saint-Germain Handball in the final. So now that we have the first 2 teams being the home side, it's time to build up some more tension. And of course, we want to show everyone what the level looked like. So we have some highlights of the 4 competing teams coming up for you right now. Beautiful scenes full of excitement. It is time to find out what our first pairing in semi-final number 1 is going to look like.
this GOG, good map.
So there we have it, GOG. The winners of the tournament played in Berlin, Germany, winning against the SC Magdeburg in the semifinals and also beating the hosts Füchse Berlin in the big final. One more team missing, and that's coming up right now.
Finally, Westbrem Handball Academy.
And Westbrem Handball Academy won the tournament, played at home, beating HC Vojvodina in the semifinals and OTP Bank Pig Szeged in the final. So that concludes all of our teams. Thank you so much, Michael Wiedere, for helping us with that draw. Let's take one more look at the T2, at the two semifinals. Here we go. HC Eurofarm Pellister taking on GOG in the first semi-final. Barca against Westbrem in our second semi-final. And please do not forget, these are not necessarily the orders that we're going to play, because this will be communicated within the next few days via social media and media in general. If you take a look at your watches, you can see it's almost time for our next draw. So make sure to stay tuned for the TruckScout24 EHF Final 4 draw that's coming up at 2 p.m. Till then, bye-bye. 16 teams from 11 countries played 128 matches to decide which 4 teams make it to the TruckScout24 EHF Final 4 2025. Welcome to the draw event and welcome from Vienna. The House of European Handball is ready and new for this exciting event and of course for the big draw. But if you've joined us earlier, you might have noticed we already had a draw, and that was for the EHF Youth Club Trophy, which will take place on the very same weekend also in Cologne, and we'd like to show you the results of that draw right now. So here you see it. Eurofarm Pallister against Skog, and Barca taking on Westfram Handball in playing the big final in Lanxess Arena on Sunday, by the way. So big excitement for those youngsters under 18. But now it's back to the TruckScout24 EHF Final 4, and it's been a tough and very exciting road to Cologne for many players and of course the 4 teams. Let's take a look at the highlights that brought them to this position.
You gon' see, I cannot stop. I pry and sink teeth when it's time to eat. I eat. Unleash the beast. It's a battle of the primals. Ain't no running, we are fine. Unleash the beast. Front and center, we don't hide. Only the strong survive. So unleash the beast. It's a battle. It's a battle. It's a battle. It's a battle. So unleash the beast. Front and center, we don't hide. Only the strong survive. We unleash the beast. That's one thing about me. The heart of a lion is what you gon' see. I cannot stop. I pry and sink teeth when it's time to eat. I eat. Unleash the beast. It's a battle of the primals. Ain't no running, we are fine. Unleash the beast. Front and center, we don't hide. Only the strong survive. So unleash the beast. We unleash the beast.
The teams are very much ready for the final weekend in Cologne, and we are ready for the draw, and it is my great pleasure to welcome the President of the European Handball Federation, Michael Wiederer.
Hello.
Michael Wiederer, this is the new home of European Handball. It's, for me, absolutely fantastic to be here for the very first time. Tell us a little about it. It only opened a few months ago.
So first of all, it's fantastic for me as well, and for the EHF staff working here, but also for the whole European handball family. It gives us the chance to host not only draws, and by the way, that's not the first draw we have here, to host draws, other events, conferences, and it's a perfect place for welcoming the European handball family.
And it really feels top standard, just like the season we've seen so far in the Champions League. What would your recap be?
More than exciting. I'll never have seen so many matches in this last phase, in the quarterfinal phase, last week and this week. And each of the matches was exciting, and we really saw top-level handball. So most of the matches we didn't even know what the final result would be, and it came closer and closer to the end, and it was really exciting. And I do hope that the same is going to happen in Cologne.
There's going to be a big party in Cologne, but not only a handball party, but we have some side events to look forward to too.
Yeah. It has to be mentioned that the spectators' interest is amazing. So we are now having so many applicants for additional tickets, and the respective department is trying to handle that in a fair and in a good way. There are side events, and as you presented before, especially this youth club tournament is one thing for us to show that we are looking to the future. There is a business activity there, and there are all the usual events around the sport hall, and I think the Lanxess Arena provides a perfect setup for all that.
And we're going to go into detail a little later about all these things, but now it is time for the draw, and I would like to ask you to move to the board with the bot and where all the balls are in that we're going to draw.
Ready to do so.
Okay.
Füchse Berlin.
Well, the Füchse Berlin finished third in Group A before beating Industria Kielce in the playoffs and Aalborg Handball in the quarterfinals. This is Berlin's third EHF CL season and the second appearance in the EHF Final Four. Two-time IHF World Player of the Year, Matthias Gitzel, by the way, is the top scorer of the EHF CL, left in the competition with 126 goals. And there's one more thing I need to mention, and that's the draw procedure, of course. So the first team that we've drawn, which is the Füchse Berlin, is going to be the home team for semi-final number 1. The next team that we're going to draw is going to be the home team for semi-final number 2. And team 3 will join the Füchse Berlin in the first semi-final, and the last team that we're going to draw is going to join the second semi-final. So ready to find out who's going to be the home side in semi-final number 2.
Barca.
And if we take a look at Barca's road to Cologne, they qualified top of Group B before beating OTP Bank Pik Szeged in the quarterfinals. Of course, they are the defending and record champions of the European Handball Federation Champions League with 11 trophies, and this is their 7th consecutive appearance in the EHF Final Four out of 12 in total. Emil Nielsen, the top goalkeeper of the season, with 162 saves after 16 matches, so definitely one of the big favorites. Yes, we have the two teams that are the home side of the semi-finals, but we'd also like to present something very special, and that is this wonderful ball from Select. It's the 10th consecutive season that we have a special design together with EHF Marketing. It is partly made of recycled materials, and this is the ball that will be used next season in the season 25-26. In our Final Four events, we're going to start using this ball, and if you're interested, just check this out. This is 10 years of evolution with this wonderful ball from Select. So much excitement, so much entertainment together with that Select ball. And of course, entertainment, that's one of the key elements of the EHF Final Four events. And together with our new partner, The Hague, we will see a total number of 5 shows with music, with light, with blinking wristbands for all our spectators. And I think you could truly say every great match starts with a great show.
Just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Of course, if you want to take something home to remember, we have new merchandise. We had a competition which was called Design to Win, and the handball community chose a winner, and it is beautiful. It has the coordinates of Lanxess Arena, it has the skyline of Cologne on it, and it's definitely something that you can take home, even if you're not in Cologne. But of course, it would be so much better if you are in Cologne on the 14th and 15th of June, because we have some information for you. Starting times of our matches is always going to be 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Saturday and on Sunday, and the few remaining tickets can at the moment only be bought directly from the qualified teams or our safe resale partner via GoGo. So these are your last chances to join us in Cologne, and trust me, it is definitely worth it. 32 broadcasters with 25 cameras delivering live picks into 80 territories around the world. And everything, of course, starts on Friday with a fan party where you can meet all the players, which is something more than special. And it is all part of our fan zone. For the whole weekend, you can have great entertainment. You can test your handball skills, but you can also rise high above Lanxess Arena. So a lot to definitely look forward to. And talking about looking forward to, it is the two missing teams that we still need to find out who's going to compete in the semi-finals, starting with semi-final number 1. Michael Wiederer, it is your turn.
HBC Nantes.
So Füchse Berlin are joined by HBC Nantes. They finished third in Group B before beating Orlin Wisla Plotzk in the playoffs and Sporting CP in the quarter-finals. This is Nantes' third appearance in the EHF Final4 in 6 participations in the European Handball Federation Champions League. They were runners-up in the season 2017-2018 and fourth in 2020-21. One more team missing. Let's make sure it's the right one.
SC Magdeburg.
So the defending champion Barca taking on SC Magdeburg. They finished fourth in Group B before beating Dinamo Bucharesti in the playoffs and won Veszprém HC in a dramatic quarter-final. This is Magdeburg's third consecutive appearance in the EHF Final4. They won the trophy in 22-23, 20 years after first becoming EHFCL champions. So there we have our two semi-finals. Let's take one more close look, and please remember, this might not be the order that we will be playing on the weekend in Cologne. This still has to be decided, but of course, if you follow us on social media, you will be the first to know. One thing is for sure, though, it's Füchse Berlin taking on, I've lost it here, the HBC Nantes, and Barca against Magdeburg. President of the European Handball Federation, Michael Wiederer, your job is done. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for giving us two tremendous semi-finals. And of course, we want to hear what the players have to say. So if I am not mistaken, I will be talking to our first player. Indeed it is, Max Dayi. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm doing fine.
That's wonderful. You? Oh, I'm doing really fine. Very much looking forward to these matches. I've been to Cologne a few times. I know you have, but on the playing field, it is the first time. So how does that feel?
Whoa, it's feeling pretty good. I think it's what we can accomplish to this year. It's pretty nice. I'm looking forward to this.
You say it's been a nice year, and if we look at Füchse Berlin, it's been a dream season so far. So would this be the icing on the cake for you?
I don't know yet, but yeah, we're talking about we played a really good year, but until now we didn't win anything. So it will, if we don't win anything in the end, that will mean nothing to us. But we're really happy to be there, and I think it's what you say that like the club the last years want to build something up to be competitive up there with the best teams, and I think we are a good way to do this, and yeah, we are really happy that we could achieve this.
That's very modest. I think you're in a tremendous way. If you would put yourself and your team in comparison to the other teams, what do you think is your biggest advantage?
I don't know really, but we play only against good teams now. it's the fourth. We are four really good teams. So what I think it's important in this kind of situation is also routine, and we doesn't have this routine. We will never been to Final Four. We've been in European Final Four, but European League Final Four, but we've never been like this. But I hope that we can keep on playing a good game, and I hope we can come with a really good self-confidence. And I know that we can beat every team, and I think everybody can beat everybody at this level. So we have to play a good game, and we have to have a good day, and then see what let us.
Well, Max, thank you very much for taking your time. Congratulations for reaching the semis, and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
So hopefully HBC not. And Valero Rivera should be on the screen in a moment. And there he is. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Happy with the draw?
Yeah, the draw, happy because we are there, and this is the most important.
And is it maybe a third time lucky this time? I mean, you've been there before, but you haven't taken home the trophy yet.
Yeah, I hope so, but it's very difficult. It's to play there. It's a dream for us, and we will see what happens.
And your advantage for yourself, of course, is the experience. You have some young players. Have you already had time to talk about the special atmosphere? Have you already brought some of your experience into this whole scenario, or is everything just settling down at the moment?
Yeah, it's too early to talk about this, but we are proud. We are proud to reach the semi-final in Cologne, and we will see. We will see.
You can be very proud indeed. What do you think is your biggest asset? What's the biggest advantage of HBC?
I think we are a good team and mix in the young players and old players, and we have a good atmosphere in the team, with our fans too, and this can be good.
We're very much looking forward to celebrating a big handball party in Lanxess Arena with you guys. Thank you so much for taking your time, and see you on the 14th and 15th. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And that, of course, means we're going to move on to our second semi-final. Barca was the home team. So hopefully I will have Dika Mem on the screen in just a moment. Oh, and there he is. How are you doing?
How you doing? Hello.
Nice to see you. A dramatic match last night. Did you at any stage feel this might ruin your party that Barcelona has been celebrating for so many seasons?
Yeah, I mean, of course, that was a tough game. Sometimes we were up by 2, by 3, and then they came back. We knew that they will never give up. But at the end we could win this game and reach the Final Four once again.
So once again, you're in Cologne. Congratulations for that. Barca is going for a 12th win. You yourself are going for a 4th win. What is it going to take to be able to take home the trophy this year?
I mean, as every year, it will be really difficult. We are playing against a really good team of Magdeburg. But as everyone know, everything can happen there. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We know that it will be difficult, but we just can't wait to be there. It will be also special for us because, as everyone know, the group will change next year. So we really want to finish with the victory in the Final Four. But of course, it will be really, really difficult.
So that sounds very special. That was one of the questions I'd really love to ask you personally. You're 27, you've won so many medals. What makes you get that motivation? Because every time I see you on the playing field, you're full of power, you really go for that win. So maybe in this situation, even more this year?
Yeah, I think even more. Like I said before, the group will change. A lot of players will leave the club. And when you have an opportunity to win a title, you just want to go for it. And like I said, we just can't wait to play the semi-final. Of course, with a lot of respect, because we know that Magdeburg they beat us a bunch of time now. So let's see in the final four.
Very much looking forward to seeing you and your team compete in Lanxess Arena. Thanks for taking your time, and see you on the 14th and 15th in Cologne.
Thank you. Bye.
So just one more player missing. And if I'm not mistaken, it should be Christian O'Sullivan. How are you doing?
Nerve-wracking game yesterday, so good to be back home.
Yeah, I guess so. Talk about that thriller that we saw. I mean, that must have been one of the craziest games you've ever been part of.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how we won it in the end, being four back at a crucial time, but we have a lot of good players who have been in this position before and were really clutch when we needed them. And now we're going to another Final Four, so just an amazing feeling.
And of course, if we're talking about that Final Four, you finished fourth last year. The year before, you were champions. So you've seen it both. You know how it can work, and you know how depressing it can be if you end up in fourth. What are you taking with to this year's competition to say, okay, we want to make it to be champions and not to end up fourth?
Yeah, like most of the players here have been saying, everything can happen in Cologne. And we weren't happy with how we performed last year, even though it was close in the semifinals against Aalborg. Yeah, just wanna do better this weekend. I think everyone will prepare really good for the weekend, and then you just hope that you're gonna be who wins two games on Saturday and Sunday.
Talking about the amount of games you've played, 4 Final Fours in Cologne, and you've received 4 red cards. Is that something that your team is making a topic of?
Yeah, I'm not going for a fifth this year. I think that record's gonna stand for a long, long time. So, yeah, hopefully this time I will play 60 minutes or more if there's a draw after 60 minutes.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for that. Regards to the team, and can't wait to see you guys compete at TruckScout24 EHF Final Four 2025. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So it very much looks like all players are prepared. The atmosphere in the team seemed to be amazing. All we can do is invite you to join us either on EHF TV or on your local TV station, or maybe in Lanxess Arena in Cologne on the 14th of 15th of June. It's time for the TruckScout24 EHF Final Four 2024. Goodbye and dare to rise.